Hey, what's going on, guys? Richie Fix here, back with another video. Today we go over 2025 blueprint of Jada toys. Now, we don't have any new news as of 2025 directly from Jada. Haven't seen any interviews as of recently other than the last one we covered from June. So I thought it'd be fun today to really go over my predictions and what we're going to see for like San Diego Comic-Con variants, kind of things like that, and then basically what we know and can expect from 2025. I do have an update on release dates for Wave 4, which as of right now includes BLANKA and SAGAT. Where is Vega? We have no new updates on Vega. Curious to see how far behind he is from his other Wave 4, classmates, which we'll talk about that. We got a lot to go over. I'm not going to make this super long, but enough to get your Jada fix. Let's go. Alright guys, welcome to 2025 Jada Toys. Now this is going to be a big year, and big being the key word. Why? Because we have all the big characters left, minus Akuma and Vega. While they are, Vega's tall, and Akuma is slightly bigger than Ryu and Ken. We got the monster big guys coming this year, which do include Sagat, Balrog, E Honda, Zangief, and T-Hawk. So, we got a big year for Jada Toys. So, what do we expect from Jada Toys this year? Can they finish the line this year? As of right now, and this is a prediction, obviously things can change throughout any course of the year, I would say no. And it's just basically going off the trends of prior years. We tend to get 6 figures per year. Last year we got Ken, M. Bison, Dhalsim, Guile, CAMMY, and deejay. But if you bring that over to this year, we have more than 6 characters that are left on the roster. So I really don't see things finishing up until 2026. So we have all the characters available. They definitely could do it. Like I said, it just doesn't seem like it's in the playbook as of right now. Now, could that change at any time? Absolutely. But that's just a prediction. And based off the trends and seeing that Vega, we haven't really heard anything about him. While he's included in Wave 4, you got to remember these aren't traditional waves. So they're not really supposed to drop at the same time. They're more just released in batches of waves. So they made it very clear that waves weren't really even a thing. It's more just how they announced their next set of characters. So they are all on their different release dates as far as when they're going to hit shelves and everything like that. And that brings up a good next topic here. Wave 4. So as I mentioned in prior videos, all the vendors for China on AliExpress were showing a release date of January, which started to make a lot of sense and really seemed like an actual thing because we had seen in-package shots of BLANKA. We had seen in-package shots of Sagat at different Comic-Cons and toy shows that definitely could seem like a possibility, but I have reached out to those vendors because I wanted to make sure that that was a real thing, seeing that we're getting very close to that release date, and they did inform me that they had been notified by Jada that has been pushed out to March. So if you wanted to cancel your pre-order, I wouldn't blame you. That is, a couple months away. Could it still satisfy earlier? Yes, but they were quoted and told me through direct message through a couple different vendors that had that release date of January that they were notified that it has been delayed for March. So June was actually correct in his statement in that podcast that he said March. I think he actually said April. I think it was April that he said that it should hit stores, but March is when you should start to see BLANKA and Sagat. And I'm still wouldn't be shocked if that ended up being like a February, like a mid-February. Maybe you start to see it go in stock in AliExpress around then. But that is what the vendors have told me so far. And then the lack of news of Vega for me is very interesting. They covered Vega so long ago. Like June had actual production shots of Vega, and we just haven't heard anything about him since. And the other thing that makes it very interesting, we have yet to see him through multiple cons. All we've ever seen him do is hold his mask and have his claws up. Like, we have never seen him with a masked head sculpt. So very, very interesting there on what the delay is, because they announced BLANKA, Sagat, and Vega all at the same time. So you would think they'd be pretty close as far as production, but he has really been left out of the loop in the circuit as far as announcing new toys and seeing new head sculpts and things like that through the past toy shows and the Comic-Cons and everything, where we saw Sagat get an updated head sculpt in his gritting teeth. We've seen the alternate head sculpt for Blanka, but you haven't seen anything for Vega. So very, very interesting there. Very curious to see how far he is behind the other characters. You have those 3 characters that are set next. I would assume that Blanka Sagat hit in March and April, maybe as early as February, but then Vega, where does he fall? I'm guessing probably somewhere in the May, June. I can't believe that he's that far behind the other 2 characters, so I'm probably seeing a May to June for Vega, and then right after that, we got Comic-Con. So what could we expect for Comic-Con? Well, I'm going to give you my predictions right now. Right now, I'm going Dhalsim. I feel very confident that we're getting a Dhalsim. Everybody and their dog was saying he was missing the Yoga Flame head sculpt and the effect piece that went with that, so I wouldn't be very shocked if we got a Chun-Li treatment on Dhalsim where he gets a normal figure head sculpt of the Yoga Flame mouth with the effect, and then we get like a gray variant of Dhalsim. So that's where I see that going, and then I think Guile or CAMMY could be the alternate. I see more CAMMY than Guile because they really like to kind of put a girl and a guy in the Comic-Con exclusive, or at least that's what they've done so far. So maybe we see an alternate I would love to see a blue or a gray Guile, but I really think that CAMMY is also going to get a San Diego Comic-Con, so it'd be very interesting to see what she gets there. But another one, Fei Long, also has a deluxe package somewhere out there. So could Fei Long see this year's San Diego Comic-Con? Because we did see a leak for that forever ago, and that never really ended up coming to fruition. So definitely could be a thing there. One other thing that I wanted to see, and as far as how we finish off this year, is we have like 5 other characters after Vega, Dhalsim, and Blanka. We have E Honda, T-Hawk, Akuma, Zangief, and I'm missing one. Who am I missing? Balrog. There it is. So we have 5 characters left to finish off the year. Are they going to release all those characters? I just don't think it's in the books. I don't see, it's just not on trend of what they've done the last couple years. So I don't know which ones come first. I know E Honda had pins. I'm trying to see, I'm looking at these pictures to see who was the furthest along. As you can see right here, T-Hawk doesn't have pins. So I definitely think we see T-Hawk this year. I definitely think we see Balrog this year, and I definitely think we see Akuma this year. And then it definitely seemed like E Honda and Zangief were kind of the newest looking, I guess you could say, as most of them still had pins. And I think Zangief's beard kind of looks a little too squarish. Like, it looks a little unnatural in the beard. It just seemed like it was the farthest behind, in my opinion. So I definitely see maybe E Honda and Zangief getting slated for early 2026. But then that should finish off the line. So as far as other things, let's talk about that. And the last thing I wanted to talk about are going to be the exclusives for the year. What are we going to see? Well, I definitely think we're going to start seeing some more variants and some more store exclusives. I'd love to see Blanka get one sooner than later, as he's got a lot of cool Player 2 variants out there. I would love to see another Ryu, like I said, with maybe a more colorful gi along with Ken. I mean, if we got white, we already got white Ken out of the way, but one thing that I did want to talk about and show you guys real quick is this. I wanted to see basically what they did with Ken, where they give Ken the white gi like Ryu has. I want to see Ryu get the red gi and the white headband version. Make it a Target. I just threw Target on there because Target likes their red variants. I would love to see a Ryu Player 2 variant and basically like a Ken version of Ryu. I think that'd be pretty cool. I definitely think that there is going to be a lot of variants this year. I'd like to see, if I had to guess, probably like 3 to 5 different variants. I would love to see these head sculpts, the Game Over head sculpts. I think they are going to try and fit those in, but I noticed that in past that Jun has always mentioned that he has wanted that they were going to do a lot of different things with their Next Level Jada's official website, but we really only saw the Comic-Con exclusive. So I wonder if they add that Fei Long to Next Level this year and see if they add some exclusives other than the Comic-Cons to Next Level this year and really try to boost traffic to that website. So yeah, as far as I know that he had mentioned Paul Mart was going to be a thing. I definitely see us getting another Target exclusive. Like I said, I'd love to see the Ryu there. And then, as far as the San Diego Comic-Con, give me Dalsim, give me Guile or CAMMY, and I'll be more than happy with that. And like I said, this might be a little bit of a shorter video just because we haven't really gotten any new news from Jada yet, but did want to kind of give you an update and just an overview of what we're expecting so far for 2025. Wave 4 is next up. I wouldn't be shocked if it ended up showing in February, but right now vendors are saying, and based off what June has said, is that March is going to be that timeline that you'll see your first vendors get them, which will be the AliExpress, and then maybe April, May that you start to see Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth and the online retailers actually get those. So if you ended up canceling your early pre-orders with those guys, I wouldn't blame you. If you want to hold on to them, February or March is when you're going to see those satisfy. A lot of variants are expected to come this year. I think I want to see 3 or 5. I know Paul Mart has that one. Love to see Target get another one. And then Vega, would love to get an update on him. Love to get another, head sculpt shot of him. As far as finishing off the year, I really think the next ones to come after the Vega, Blanka, Sagat wave is going to be Balrog, T-Hawk, and then Akuma. They just seem to be the farthest along from the San Diego Comic-Con pictures. But that's left to be determined. That is pure speculation. I have no news what the next figures are going to be after that, but just based off the sculpts and everything, kind of looking at where everything was, it definitely seemed like E-Honda and Zangief needed the most work and still had pins in those particular figures. So that is going to be it, guys. Like I said, a little bit of a shorter video today, but I wanted to at least get something out to you guys so you can kind of see where we're at. And then if anything comes up, obviously I'll cover it. If June does an interview, if we get something from the toy news websites regarding Jada, I'll give you an update there. And then, man, I'm still shocked, but right on brand with Storm Collectibles, waiting forever. This is why I'm saying I have no faith in the Storm Arena line as far as them really gaining any type of momentum, because they dropped that photo, super nice photo of Ken and Ryu. You think pre-orders are going to go up just like days after, but still no news on the Storm Arena. They just keep dripping out small information, and that's what to me is ultimately just killing the line right now, is they really, I feel like, need to start picking up steam. It seems like all their releases they have that reputation in the toy community. They don't finish lines. They take forever. Their product is amazing. It's all on time, and Jada kills them in that. So we'll see what happens with Storm Arena. I'm expecting Ken and Ryu to get some more promotional shots and some pre-orders here shortly. I will do a video on that. But other than that, guys, we wait. We play the waiting game. And when something happens, I'll be there. But other than that, guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, leave the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Richie Figs. Later.